open up for the next part of our discussion.
So the next question, whoever would like to answer first, is that we've gone through some months now of sometimes rapid change, sometimes it feels like time is standing still, and we've had to shift gears and do things differently than ever before because many of us don't have a memory of something like this. The last thing I remember being anywhere near close to this was when we discovered AIDS back in the early 80s. But so looking at the fact that things have changed so much, what do you think we could have done differently and that we could use moving forward? What could we have done differently, do you think?
Do you want to go? Well, here, one of the things that we feel they could have done differently, and we have shared that, is that, and it is not allowed by our governor, is because we do not have, nor have we had COVID in any resident in our facility. And we have a lot of residents here. And we have been COVID free. We've had 3 different times that a staff member has been detected with COVID, and they had to go through a time of isolation away from the building. But no one in the building ever got it from them. It was caught asymptomatic, they didn't have any symptoms, and it was picked up. And what we would like to have seen done was to at least have opened up our healthcare area to interaction. We felt like because we were COVID free, that it would have been really nice for them to allow us to get together, to play cards, to do things socially, to eat together, to do things like that, because we weren't, any of us, with any COVID within our building. And we shared that, but of course, because they had to follow the CDC guidelines, they weren't allowed to open up for those things until we have been a certain amount of time with no staff member with the COVID. And we're trying to reach that point where we can have a little bit of interaction with our activities and things.
I feel the same way. I wrote just about the same thing down about that.
So do you think it would have helped had they had some locations in the building where a few of you could at least gotten together?
Well, we do have those locations. We have a bistro, and it has tables and chairs. We used to play cards in that area. And
but they haven't allowed us to eat together in there. We can just, like Ann and I can go there and be 6 feet apart and visit, but we can't do anything else there. We can't eat or play games or any of that in that area. And it would have been helpful if they would have allowed that. We have an activity room, which is really nice. It's a large activity room, and we can get, I think they figured we could get at least 12 people at 6 feet apart in there to play bingo, for instance, in that area, or to play games in that area. But that hasn't opened up yet either. So that would have been helpful if they would have allowed that to happen. And that just hasn't been open through the CDC guidelines.